Hey guys and girls, how's it going and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always, feeling pretty magical today. We're going to be making a new wand, which is going to be brilliant, and I've got all the research, all the bits ready, and I'll show you my golems in a second because they're looking mighty fine with all their jars of Essentia and things. It's very nice. So let us make some caps, because that's going to be the first thing that we need to do. We need to make some caps. Now we're going to make 2 of these Thaumium inert caps. Now the inert caps actually don't do anything by themselves. We need to charge them first before we can do anything with them. I actually made way too many nuggets, but that's fine. I just grabbed all of them, threw them in there. Alright, so we got our inert ones. Now we're also going to need a few things. So we're going to need one of pretty much every type of shard, like this. And we're also going to need a Thaumium silverwood log, because before we can do anything, we need to make our wand core. We're going to make a silverwood wand core, so we need one of every type, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a balanced shard, and a silverwood plus the silverwood rod. Oh, that will give us the silverwood rod, and then we need all of these different types of Essentia to be able to do that. And we should have all of these up at our Essentia brewing area. I've now got 2 guys doing some work for me, which is great. 2 golems doing the deed, and they've got me a fairly decent amount. I've just been throwing random stuff in there, trying to get as much as I can, adding a jar whenever we need a new jar. I haven't started crystallizing it yet, but that's something we'll probably get into eventually. So check this out. Look at these little guys. They've been going around doing their stuff. I need to name them. I was going to call them Melvin and Marvin, but I'm not too sure yet. But these are all the different types of Essentia that we have. I still haven't found a slime chunk yet, which kind of sucks, because I haven't been able to get any myself, any of the labels, the jar labels. But we'll find one of those eventually, and then life will become much easier. But it's not really having much of an impact at the minute. But we're going to need to make our, we're going to need to make this. So we're going to need a few things. So we're going to start with the primal aspects are going to be the main things that we need. So we're going to need some terra. We're going to need some air, some aqua, and we're going to need some Procantio, auto. And do we actually need all of the aspects? I can't remember if we need all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we do, and then a little bit of Procantio to finish off. So we need you, and you, and I'm hoping this isn't going to go wrong because the instability is moderate. So it is a little bit iffy that this could go a little bit pear-shaped, but we need 9 of each. So we've got 9, 24, 38, 10, and 15, and bang on 9 in our aqua, so good times. Alright, so let's lay these jars around. So we'll have 1 jar here, 1 here. Actually, you know what, we're just going to throw them all here, because I know this works. I don't need to keep running around everywhere. So we'll do that. And we're going to need to place our items. So we're going to need you, you, and you. So again, we're going to try and get these to match up as good as possible. So I'll have those 2 there, and we'll have you there, and we'll have you there. And how many have we got? We've got 3 left. So it is going to be a little bit off, but there's not really much we can do about that. Yeah, we're going to have that one there, which is going to kind of throw it a little bit, but I think we could be okay. I'll give you that, and we will give you a tap. Oh, I always get worried when we do this, because it could go instantly horribly wrong. It's very dependent. We can have things blow up, we can have things spawn, we've got to keep an eye on these guys because they can just fall off randomly for no apparent reason. I was even thinking of putting a golem up there just so that when the items fall off of the pedestals, the golem can grab it quickly. Because if any flux spawns, I think it despawns the items. So you've got to be a little bit careful of that. But so far, so good. We're starting to eat. It's having a balanced shard for breakfast. And going through air for dinner. It's making its way through the full spectrum of nice things. I think we're okay at the minute. I don't know if it's taken all of the Essentia that it needs. Oh, we're getting so close. And, hey, alright. It did it. Nice. So we can grab you. I really need some boots of the traveller so I don't break my leg every time. But there we go. So that gives us our silverwood rod. Nice. Now we need to charge our inert caps. So to do this, we're going to need around here somewhere I did have... Hold up. I just realised something. Where is my chest gone? I had a chest that follows me around. I made a Melvin and I named him. And I think he's just disappeared. I literally think he's just disappeared. Unless he's at base, unless he's at base. Hold on, let me go find Melvin. Okay, so it looks like my travelling trunk Melvin has disappeared. He's despawned, which is kind of annoying because he had bread in him and he had a thermometer and everything, and he's gone. If you don't know what a travelling trunk is, it's a chest that follows you around. I was going to surprise you in today's episode with Melvin. He was sat here. You can tell him to sit and everything, but I think they're slightly bugged at the minute because there's been a load of changes to travelling trunks in the current changelogs that I've been noticing, and his GUI is totally messed up. So I think he might have, yeah, just exploded and imploded into himself. So maybe we'll make another travelling trunk at some point. But let's resume. Now, I've got myself some Salus Mundus, and we're going to use this to charge our caps. Now, we're going to need a couple more Essentia, so we're going to need some Aurum, and we're going to need some Potentia to be able to do this. We have a look inside our Thaumanomicon at the Thaumium wand caps. You see, to charge them, we need 12 Potentia, 6 Aurum, and 3 Salus Mundus for each inner Thaumium cap. So we need basically 24 Potentia and 12 Aurum, which we've got, which is good. So we'll pop you there, and we'll pop you there, and we will lay these around. So we can obviously only do one at a time, but that's fine. And we're going to have to be a little bit off center again, but there's not really a great deal we can do about that. So we'll pop those there, and we'll take our cap. And I'm going to stay down for this one, because it should be a fairly fast process. Let's just stand around here. Oh, we got some things going on. Oh, I never like it when we see all the electric-y stuff coming out of it. It worries me greatly. You can get munched up. Has that done it? Hey, alright, so we got one charge Thaumium cap. Now let's do it again. So you, and throw you on here. There we go. And once again. Now it's good because it looks like we have enough relics to kind of nullify some of the risk of bad things happening. So we're at a kind of stable state at the minute, but when we get into the stuff that has quite a high amount of instability, we could be in for a bit of a shocker, which would very much suck. Alright, so we got our 2 charged Thaumium caps, which is brilliant. And now we just need to put it all together. So I'm probably going to need to go and do some node hunting before I can do this, but let's at least go downstairs and check to see how much we're actually going to need, because to be able to place this together, you generally need a fairly large amount of aspects to be able to compile the wand together to actually be a wand that you can use. But once we've got it, it should be able to hold a grand total of 100 instead of the 50 that we can do at the minute with the gold wand cap. Let's have a look here, because this guy can hold 50, and we want to put this one together. So to do this, we're going to need 48.6 for every single one. So it's maxing us out. The only reason we can make this at the minute is because I'm wearing all of this. If I wasn't wearing all of this, we wouldn't even be able to make this. So that's pretty good. But I'm going to need to go charge this up. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be back. And there we have it, our first decent, well, semi-decent wand, a Thaumium embossed silverwood wand. Very nice, and this can hold a decent amount, a capacity of 100 compared to 50, so it's pretty good. Now, obviously there is other ones that we can choose as well. The reason I went with the silverwood wand core is it's just kind of a nice progression route to go down, but there are other ones that you can choose. So there's ones like the bone wands, the reed wands, blaze, obsidian, and you'll find a lot of these have discounts on certain types of aspects as you're draining it. The bone wand, for instance, I think I did the research for that, yeah. The bone wand gives you a level of Petitio. So once your Petitio level is low, it drops below 10%, it will slowly replenish without the use of a node. And this kind of works its way around for some of them. So you'll find that some of them, when they're a little bit low on one type of aspect, they'll actually naturally regen it themselves, which is good. But the Silverwood wand core and such leads on to things like the scepters and the magic staves, and they're just really, really handy to have. So That's probably what we're going to go into next. But before we can make anything like the scepters and the staves, we need an extremely large amount of aspects inside our wands to be able to do that. And we're actually not going to be using our wands to make those other ones. We're going to be doing it via lasers. Laser beams, which is going to be great. Now, before we finish up the episode, there's another thing that I would like to do today. We're going to go and we're going to grab us a node, because I've done the research to get ourselves the node in a jar, and this is going to allow us to go and grab a node and bring it back with us, which is going to be great, because once we can start doing that, we can start constructing our own nodes. Oh man, look at that. We've got Arbor, an unknown aspect. What? I thought I knew most of the aspects. Lux, Arbor, Motus. Nice. They're all starting to move and change and become different things. It's great. I really want Sano though. Sano is the one that I definitely want. But yes, once we manage to get a load of nodes, we can construct our own node, which will be great for charging wands and using it to create biz lasers and all that sort of funky stuff. I even made a node stabilizer, which is great because this will allow us to place and plonk our node on top of it. Now, I'm going to go and I'm going to fill this up as much as I can. To be able to transport a node, we need 75 aspect, or 70 aspect of every type inside our wand. And this is why we needed a wand that had a capacity over 50, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this. So this is why we've got the Fulmy Embossed Silverwood wand core. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get myself a load of aspects and we will be back. So I decided this node over here is going to be the first node that we're going to transport. It has Ignis, Air, Aqua, and Auto in it. So it's a fairly good node as far as nodes go. And it's hopefully going to help us out quite a bit. Where actually is it? There it is. Alright, so we can turn off my map, my trusty waypoints. There we go. And we're going to want to build around this. So we're going to need some glass to start with. So we're going to put it around this. Grab some of this, because we want to get right below it. And where is actually below this node? It's like here, isn't it? There we go. So let's grab some of this. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, right. So now we're going to basically construct ourselves a little jar, which is going to go around the node and cap it off, and then we'll be able to hopefully bring it back with us. Now, when you do this, you do have to be a little bit careful, because there is a chance that you can damage your node, which you really don't want that to happen. But with the use of these guys, the node stabilizers, there is a chance with things like pale nodes and damaged nodes that you can actually like revitalize them or make them healthy again, but it does cost a little bit, so yeah. Alright, so, and you can also see how to do this in here as well. So if you go to basic information, node in the jar, it does tell you how to do all of this in here as well, like how we're doing it now. So as we've got our glass, let's put down our third layer. So we'll trap off the node, and we'll grab our oak wood slabs and place these on top. Here we go. So now it looks like a really big jar like that. And we give it a tap. Hey, alright, look at that. So we can grab this guy, and we have our node in the jar with 4 different types of primal aspects. How funky is that? Yes. So we're going to make our way back, and we're going to place this one down inside our bat cave, because I don't need to node stabilize this one at the minute. The node stabilizer I made is going to be for another episode once we have more nodes. At the minute, it's fine. We can just let this node do his thing, and I think where we're going to put him is going to be... Well, we can just place him here for the time being, I guess. This would be one place to put him, wouldn't it? We could just kind of drop him here for the time being. If we pop him here, there we go. And we give him a slap. Bam! Look, we got a node. Brilliant! So we can come along and we can charge our wand, which is great. We've got 4 different types of aspects, which is even better. And once we get more of these nodes, we can go ahead and we can start combining nodes together, because nodes nowadays in Thaumcraft will eat each other, which is, well, they actually used to eat each other a long time back in the old Thaumcraft, and then they kind of knocked it on the head and changed it. But now they eat each other again, which is great. So we're going to get more nodes, we're going to allow them to eat each other, but we're going to control the eating via the use of these guys. Where is it? There we go. The node stabilizers and the advanced node stabilizers. And these are going to be key in being able to set up some really, really cool stuff between the harnessing viz and bits like that. But there we go, guys. So that's that for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, I urge you to subscribe for more awesome content. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one, as always. And goodbye.